Hey everyone, it's Leah. I figured now's a good time to quick share with you the winners of the photo contest. There were tons of gorgeous photos. At the end of the day, it would probably take me over a year if I were to paint them all, just based on whether or not they were beautiful. So if I didn't pick yours, don't be offended. It does not mean that your photo's not beautiful. It was probably stunning. At the end of the day, I just had to go based on gut instinct. What are the ones that I was really excited about painting and that work really well with either my color palette, my style, or work that I already have that's existing, so that the paintings pair really well together. So without further ado, the very first person, these are not in any particular order, but the very first person who won is Jamie L'Esperance. I'm not quite sure how you say your name, but look at this beautiful photo. Isn't it so pretty? I'm pretty sure this is from when she was in California. And I like this one because the composition is so nice. I love the colors. I love the variation in tones. I love the values that are going on here. I really like, I love when there's rocks and waves and just like little things that break up, so it's not just like a massive chunk of solid color or space. And yeah, those rich, I just really love dark greens and dark neutrals. So it's pretty great. Even the sand has these really cool, interesting lines in it and everything. It does have a few things that I don't typically put in my paintings, which is these yellow flowers. I don't use a lot of yellow. And this turquoise color. I don't typically do like full sun midday paintings because I usually use a more limited palette, which lends itself really well to early morning, late evening, cloudy days, things like that. So what I'm probably gonna do to make sure it fits in really well with all of mine is I'm just gonna paint this with a limited palette, which means only using maybe 3 or 4 colors tops. So that means that then these will probably be a slightly adjusted color. And I might even make it a little overcast because I really love when oceans and seas are kind of that rich, like greenish, grayish colors. So I might adjust the coloring a little bit, but the composition and the matter, like the rocks and trees, it just suckered me in. So beautiful photo. Thank you so much for submitting it. Up next, I have, Shelby Plowman. You sent so many beautiful photos. It was really hard to choose. I ended up choosing 2 of Shelby's photos because you'll see why. But this is the very first one. Look at that. Look at those greens. And it's Northern Ireland, and I'm such a sucker for Northern Ireland. And it's crazy to me how just by glancing at this, I can tell almost right away where this is, which is just incredible when you think about it, that there's areas around the world that are so unique and so interesting that you can tell right where it is by glancing at it. So this one's beautiful. I will probably crop this one down a little bit so that I can have the horizon line be a little bit above the center. Normally when you have something kind of smack in the middle, it's just not quite as interesting. So yeah, I'll probably pull it down a little bit and crop it. But this is just gonna be super fun to paint. It also has, look at that cute little house or barn or something that's just peeking up through there. I love that, it's so pretty. And if you submitted any photos with a lot of buildings in them, they were very pretty, but I suck at painting buildings. I only have a few, and usually they're very simple or they're really small, or like, yeah, if I can paint them with pretty simple strokes, then I will do it. But some of them have, like, just building upon building upon building. So cool. I would lose my mind trying to paint those. So yeah, so this I can handle though, a nice little building there. The other one that she sent is this one. Look at that. Isn't it really pretty? Oh my gosh, I love that. I like the different lines that are going on here. I love the grays. Love grays in paintings. And then I like these like nice like rich browns and tans going on here. And then kind of this chunk of green. I like the variation of it. It's just really interesting to me. So really excited to paint this one, especially because I am pretty sure it might not be from this exact, this one, and actually I think this one's from Scotland. This one here, I should say that. The other one was Northern Ireland, but this is also in Scotland at the Isle of Skye. And so I look at this one and I look at this and I'm like, they might not be the exact same spot, but it's pretty close. And so those paintings are gonna pair really well together. They're gonna look really good together because they kind of look like they all belong in the same area. And also too, if you notice, I don't know if you can tell, so in my house, I am starting to shift things to kind of these like real neutrals, browns, rusty colors, at least in my living room. My kitchen is still bright and green, but this is gonna go really, really well with some paintings that I've been doing that hopefully you get to see soon. So it's great. I'm very excited about that. Next up, Rachel Most. She submitted this photo of Maine and it's to die for. Look at that. Oh my gosh, those waves crashing, the way the light is hitting them is stunning. And even, I just love the subtle variation between, like, see how much darker it is here, and then it just slowly moves up. And then right over here, close to where the sun is, it's just kind of got that hazy look to it. This is a really interesting one. I'm very excited about this one, and I can't wait to paint it. Thank you so much, Rachel. It's going to be beautiful. Next is Joanna Hoffman. She submitted a couple photos. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Again, very pretty. And the thing that you can't see very well is like right in here is where it gets really interesting. So this is another one that I'm probably gonna crop and I'm probably gonna zoom it in to this area because that is very much the type of things that I love to paint. I will probably also edit the colors a little bit, do that more limited palette, but yeah, this is beautiful. Very excited about that one. Thank you so much for submitting that, Joanna. Laura Behringer, Lake, I don't know how you say it, Lake Thun? Lake Thun? I'm not really sure. It's in Switzerland. And the printer cut out kind of a chunk of this photo, but again, I really like the subtle variations in the tones in these mountains, and I'm really excited about trying to capture those. And you can't really see, there's like little valleys and fields in here and all of that. But yeah, this one's super interesting. I also might do this one as a miniature. It could be really fun to do it as like a mini painting. I did one painting that was like literally 1 inch by 2 inches, and I love that painting so much, and it sold. So somebody else also really loved it. But yeah, so there we go. I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna have fun with this one. And I'm gonna experiment with a few different things. So thank you so much. I also really loved the one with the church and all of that stuff in the background. And I'm toying with the possibility of whether or not I can pull off those buildings. But either way, that one's beautiful. Can't wait to paint. Next up, Lynn Neal. Look at this. I'm gonna be honest. I know Lynn, she's another artist friend, and she definitely knows by this point what I really love to paint. I mean, again, those little buildings are so tiny that I can handle them. I love the mountains. Clouds, look at these clouds. Oh my gosh. I'm a little bit obsessed with clouds. Like my husband even bought me a pair of shoes that has clouds on them because the number of times that I'm in the car with him and I'm like, oh my gosh. And he's like, what? I'm like, look at the clouds. They're so pretty. So anyway, this is beautiful. Love, again, just really great composition. Love this like nice large area of kind of dark, rich colors. This is gonna be really interesting. I can't wait to paint it. Thanks, Lynn. All right, Grace Chung, or yeah, I think that's how you say your name. She submitted this photo from Slovakia, which is a place I have always wanted to visit. But I mean, look at that waterfall. I mean, That's about as magical as it gets. And you just cannot look at this and not think this is an enchanted place. So I have to paint this one. Now, Grace submitted maybe 5 or 6 other photos of this same area. The composition just wasn't quite what I was looking for. This one though, this is perfection. Look at that. Just those nice angles, the lines. It's got enough of the darks in there that kind of anchor the painting. And yeah, again, another one where I might pull back on the yellows a little bit and either make them a little more green or a little more rusty. We'll have to kind of see, but this is incredible. I can't wait to paint it. Thank you so much. And thanks for sending so many photos. So then I got to pick the one that I really liked the composition of. So that was a great idea. Anna Wilt, Northern Ireland. Again, I'm such a sucker. I love Northern Ireland. This one, there is not much that has to be said about it. This is so interesting. This beautiful water, these waves. This is like got a lot of texture to it. Even one of my favorite spots right here, it's always the smallest things, but look at that tiny little bit of the coastline that you can see out there that just kind of cuts into, that just makes it, oh my gosh, it makes it beautiful. Can't wait to paint this one. Thanks, Anna. All right, we're almost done. Next up, we have Janice Greer. She submitted some photos from the redwood forests in California. And again, this place is definitely enchanted. Like, there's no way that you can look at this and not imagine maybe there's like little flicks or bugs or something like catching in the sun. But who knows? They might be fairies. You never know. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to paint this one. This is a great one. I have a lot of like zoomed in areas that have fairies that are more close up, and then ones that are like way zoomed out, like big landscapes where you can't really see that there's fairies in there. This is gonna be a good middle ground one where I'll be able to put these like little glowy things in here that won't be super obvious, but they will make you question and go like, are those fairies? I think there's a good chance. So thank you so much, Janice. I love that photo. Okay, last but definitely not least, this is a photo that I have to be honest, I skimmed over this photo because I thought like, hey, it's a pretty cool photo. But yeah, but then I read the description and this is one of the examples where the description is what really saved this photo, because I realized the viewer was seeing something that I didn't even see at all. So Paul Most submitted this photo, and his description said, when I said like, oh, why is this special to you, or what's significant about this? He goes, I mean, it's a tree butt. And I was like, wait, what? Oh my gosh, it is! Look at that! Holy crap. This is such a funny photo. I love this. It's like, see a little leg coming out here, a little leg going into the water. It's almost like this naked little tree creature got caught skinny dipping. I can't wait to paint that one. My imagination blew up. Not even just from seeing the photo, but from his description of the photo. And this might be the photo, or this might be the painting that kind of moves me into doing some other types of magical creatures. I've mostly just done fairies, but this one has me really excited. And I'm pretty sure that there'd be some fairies probably trying to help him out of the water here. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait to paint this one. So thank you so much to everybody who sent me your photos. They were beautiful. There were tons of them, like I said, that I like. There was Jane Waltersdorf submitted some with like these beautiful irises, and it was from like underneath. And Janice also had one from underneath this clover canopy that was just amazing. I'm gonna be chewing on those because I'm gonna see if I can come up with some cool ideas of how I could incorporate some fairies in there. So if your photo didn't get picked, I might still be reaching out to you, but I hope you're not discouraged. Your photos were absolutely beautiful, and I cannot tell you how much it meant to me that you would share so many of these beautiful, meaningful places with me. It felt like I got to be a part of something really special, even just by reading them. So thank you so much. It was such a gift. So for those of you who did win, I'll be contacting you via email with details. And for everybody else, you should be looking out next year. Pretty sure I'm going to do this again. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day, guys.